Welcome to Romancing the Dungeon, a softcore D&D adventure about 4 heroes on the greatest quest of all, to find true love. Previously on Romancing the Dungeon.
Up in front of you, you can see Pandora. What brought you onto the Forgotten Path? Lavender Morag owns the joint. It's a little off the beaten trail. And Birch, sup, babe?
Amateur.
Some sprites in particular can possess really, really unique and special abilities or gifts. Welcome to the Jasmine Garden.
I'm not at a place in my life ever where I'm going to be like tied down. Okay, it's stupid.
You are with someone. You're married. Ooh.
Big bad Nate doesn't owe anybody anything.
The door to the cavern, as you are about to reach for it, is just kicked.
Where is she? Where's the witch?
You can give up now, and we will not kill you.
You're wandering around as you kind of veer to the back of the inn, wading through the thick of bushes. Is a woman in a dark green dress. My name is Morag, and she just gently caresses your face.
Oh.
Thane, you see Lavender roll her eyes. Are you lonely, miserable, or just plain horny? Well, you've taken the first steps to solving your problems. At least your dating ones. Welcome to D8. Devoted, desired, dreamy, or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Grapers, founder, CEO, and love wizard. And according to a recent court-ordered psych evaluation, I identify as an INFPA, the mediator. Always eager to help a good cause. Like you sad folk who can't find someone to love them. To get started, please fill out the attached questionnaire. Question 13. What is your worst habit?
I would have to say my worst habit is probably that I care too much.
It's so true.
No.
It's so true.
Short and sweet.
I mean, this is kind of gross, but a potential partner should probably know. Sometimes, every time, I have a habit of sneezing and forgetting to cover my mouth. It tends to be a little flamey, and I've definitely singed my eyebrows off a few times. So just, look out.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Thane's Tidbits. This time on Thane's Tidbits, my worst habit is that I just run into things sometimes without thinking, and that can be situations where you have to fight succubi, situations where you have to track down strange old women in the forest, and sometimes you just run straight into a wall because you don't have Darkvision because you're a human, and like...
My worst habit, I've started to try and stop doing it. I used to play with my daggers, use them to clean out the beds of my nails.
And nothing bad ever happened.
The reason I'm trying to stop doing it is because the last time I was doing it, my brother thought it'd be funny to bump into me, and I dropped the dagger on his toe.
Oh,
Okay. That's fine.
yeah.
I thought you stabbed yourself into your fingernail.
Yeah.
The sound of trumpets and horns awaken you from your sleep.
Oh, did we get a long rest, by the way? Oh, Christ.
Your head is groggy, and as you stumble out of bed, there is a lot of noise coming from the hallway outside your door. As you pull yourself up out of the bed and pull the blankets away, you reach for your clothes and catch your reflection in the mirror. Thane, you see deep black eyes staring back at you. Hephaestus, a cocky smile grins in the mirror and turns to disgust and horror as you realize. Fia, your eyes are drawn to a square jawline, patchy beard, and burnt red hair. Nate, your eyes traverse the mirror up and down. A scowling face stares back at you, then you grin as you feel the fire grow around you. You can all turn over your new character sheets. So for those of you listening at home, the gang have some new character sheets to take a look at.
Oh, this character sucks. Can I have a different one?
Yeah.
You definitely want to burn mine.
No. It feels very pointed.
It is very pointed.
I mean, you have create bonfire, so...
Oh, I do! Oh my god!
Use it everywhere. With all of this in front of you, how do you react?
I start doing handstands with my elven agility and acrobats.
Okay.
Because Fia's obviously so acrobatic.
Give me an acrobatic check.
Yeah, because she's a rogue. Oh, that's actually great. That's actually a 20.
A nat 20?
No,
Okay.
17. 17 plus this 3 acrobatics she has.
As you sort of rush over to the mirror and kind of grab it in your hands and take a look, it staring back at you is the reflection of Fia Isidrim. And you look at your hands and they are kind of a grayish purple. Your eyes are just black swirling pools. You do that sort of like check as you do, you lose your balance. You kind of just get off center and you fall back. And as you do, you kind of actually do that kind of, I'm going to say creepy because I've always found it a bit creepy, but there's that body contorting thing where people just fall back and then they're just like Evie Oddly in Drag Race. That's sort of like your whole, it's not even that you do it on purpose, it's just you bend that way.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah, and it's sort of a kind of a natural thing that kind of happens as you go to fall, kind of catch yourself. You've made a little kind of bridge out of your body and you're kind of now lying like that. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I bounce back up to my feet. I'm like, oh my god, this is so fun. And like clap my hands together. What a strange dream.
No. And I don't know, like just run around the room and like just panic on my own.
Okay.
I'm just running in circles screaming no.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just you running around.
Obviously, because my vision is different, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why can't I see? And I'm totally freaking out.
He's not blind.
I know, but it's not this. It's,
Mine as well, Evie.
it's not the same, so I'm freaking out. I'm like, what's wrong with my eyes?
Okay. Oh, okay. So as a shader Kai, your vision is different.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you now. I actually thought you were blind.
No, it's because I don't.
Have you thought he was blind for the last? He's a really good shot.
Is this the Book of Eli?
So I try and stumble my way over to see if I can find like a candle or something to light. And
It's okay. Clearly, you're
just to make it a bit clearer for myself what the frick is going on.
Okay, so the trumpets, it's more kind of blind panic and just kind of hysteria that you're kind of washed up in, and you go to light a candle, you just hear outside a rooster crow, and you realize that it's morning. You go back and you take a look in the mirror, and staring at you from the mirror is Thane. You have Thane's face, you have Thane's body. Nate.
Am I looking in the mirror at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Great. This is great. Not only have I lost any ability to go and perform, I've also lost all of my good looks. Great.
Coming from the room next door, you can hear clearly a roar of no, running around in a circle. It's just kind of, you can just hear it. Thane, you can also hear it on the opposite side. So kind of
Everybody.
and just as maybe that urge to go and check it out or see, because you recognize the voice, there's kind of a loud knock on the door, and there's a second trumpet's call. The King of Herb has arrived. Ready yourselves, guards to the entrance. There's just this sound of footsteps kind of rushing outside the door. And again, the knock, just kind of, there's just a kind of just a slight knock on the door again. And you just hear, I'm sorry, we do require all guests to be present when His Majesty arrives. You all get this kind of, it's like a little hotel concierge almost kind of just knocking on the door to let you know.
I drop down from the ceiling.
Because you're Spider-Woman.
Yeah, obviously. With a 20 acrobatics I am. And yeah, I get dressed and I open up the door and I look outside and I see what's happening.
I just got minute. I need a minute. Just give me a minute. I'll be right there.
The voice doesn't respond. They've gone on to the next room to knock.
Yeah, I just walk out, yeah.
I start looking around for clothes, I guess, to put on.
Okay, yeah, you find kind of draped over the back of a chair.
I guess not.
Near a writing table. You find
akimbo.
your clothes. You find Thane's clothes, just kind of, and armor, kind of draped there, and his weapons and stuff like that. Thane, you pop your head out the door, and you just see Hephaestus walking out in her nightie.
Hephaestus, it's morning. What are you doing?
What's up, dude?
Hephaestus, you sound different. Are you okay?
When she speaks, Hephaestus speaks in Nate's voice. Hephaestus, or Nate, this is confusing for me now too. You see Fia speaking to you in Thane's voice.
Oh, okay. So I sound like me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm just gonna say that I can see the like dopey expression in Fia's face that reminds me of Thane.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. No.
Recognize instantly.
Yeah. Did you get a?
I immediately recognized the like disinterested look of Nate Obsidian McKnight. I'm like, oh, you're
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No. I'm not Fia? I'm not Fia. Oh, it feels so weird, this voice coming out of this body.
Wait, did you think you were Fia?
I thought...
Like you're in her body, but like you like.
I woke up and this is what I looked like, and the weirder things have happened.
Out of game, my favorite thing was you were putting the voice on, which I loved, and but it was phenomenal. It was
Because I thought they were them.
I mean, to be fair, you can keep it up if you really want to.
yeah.
Nah, fuck.
I sound like sit down.
We're all trying to convince you that no, you're really Thane.
I'm gonna keep that one in the chamber
That's
for
all adventure is
later.
about. No, you are staying.
I kind of like still kind of putting the last of the clasps of the clothes together, shoulder my way out the door
A lot of leather.
You wear
into the
so
hallway. I'm like, can't get this.
Both of you again because you're kind of standing. You do see guards kind of running up and down. They're just kind of getting ready. Thane, you walk out into the hallway and you see yourself, Fia, and you see Hephaestus, and they're talking, and you just see a load of guards kind of run by and looking out into the hallway. There's an internal balcony looking out into an open courtyard, and down below you see a procession of guards have lined up. They lead out towards two huge open gates. And overhead, you just see kind of floor after floor after floor of this tall internal stone keep.
Hephaestus, me, what's going on?
And then you see yourself coming out of another room.
Wait. I've put the pieces together. We've been body swapped.
Ew, gross. Oh.
Hey. One of us has clearly one of us has clearly come out on top here, and it is
Yeah, it's not me.
And it is not me, Spindly. Look, you got nothing on the
Look.
like. You got like this. You could drop dead.
No. Ugh.
How do you walk out
You'll
of
drop
bed?
dead a lot sooner than I will.
We all know who came out on top here. Hephaestus, get out of here now. Come on.
I don't wanna.
You just hear Nate's voice, Hephaestus' voice coming from behind another door, slightly muffled.
Come on, Hephaestus. It can't be as bad as. Just come out.
Nate, Hephaestus, put some clothes on.
You know, when I say nighty, it's it's a slip of a nighty.
Fine. I suppose it's not my body. I should probably.
Oh, he has respect for someone. Wow.
I go in and I put clothes on.
You clothing.
What's the normal Hephaestus reaction?
No, I get dressed, and I do sort of unbutton his tunic a little more. Like it is a little. I don't have cleavage, but if I did,
You want to show that off?
yeah. And I just kind of peek my head out around the door. Like I don't come out, but I'm just like, what's going on, guys?
Hi, it's us.
Yeah, you all, a moment later, as you come back out, you see that Hephaestus has opened the door to the room and Nate's head is poking out. His cheeks are kind of flushed red.
Hephaestus, I say this really truly from the bottom of my heart. You've never looked so beautiful.
I hate you so much.
I think everyone looks really nice, and that this is obviously very weird, and that please don't break any of my stuff, Fia. Okay? Me? Yeah. Like, don't. I need it.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh God, I'm shit at this.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. 10.
You got a +4 in perception. Yeah, 23 perception.
Okay.
God damn it!
7.
6.
Thane, Astia,
Yeah.
it's not... Okay.
My wide shader kai eyes.
Yes. It's not so much... It's Okay, I can no longer see your eyes as anything other than like those. Yeah.
I see everything. It's like I was blind before.
I'm blind now.
Thane could only see the world in 2 dimensions.
It's not like, again, you see that procession and the walls of this keep that you happen to be in, and the corridor kind of leading down to a stairwell that you can quite clearly see goes up and down. But as you're taking the world in around you, it's weird. It's kind of got like a haze on it, as if everything is just slightly out of focus and slightly more like higher contrast or higher saturation of color.
If we were to put a visual comparison on this, would it be like the Fade and Dragon Age Origins?
No, it looks a little bit more like one of those really dodgy 1950s cartoons type thing. Everything just looks a little bit off, like just a little bit like this. It's like how a child might almost see the world in that it's a little bit more animated.
So I've got like way bigger ears and much pinker hair, and like
Lavender.
Thane is super buff, and like Festa has got like bright, huge, fiery hair.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, I took too many liberties. That is a 2.
Yeah, it's kind of like, as you say, it is just everything kind of is just that little bit more alive or colorful is the way I'd put it.
Wow, colors. We're in a dream, right?
Stop it. Stop making my hand do that.
It's
It
my
doesn't
hand.
feel like a dream. It feels like an absolute fucking nightmare.
Oh, it's not so bad. And I pat Nate on the butt, like, yeah.
You give it like a gentle squeeze, like a cupping.
Oh no, like a little,
Cup
like
of
pat, like, oh, it's fine. But like, get out there, buddy.
Swing around
Butty.
and slap him straight in the face.
Nate, you slap or Nate slaps Hephaestus, like just kind of in that typical reaction of Hephaestus slapping Nate, and it's just that sort of like
But it looks really bad because it looks like a dude is smacking a woman across the face.
then there's just kind of from down there is like kind of a short, sharp gasp from the procession down below, and there's just kind of a
Oh my god, there's other people here.
the king is about to arrive.
Oh, okay. I just going down the hallway, down the stairs
Should we
to
leave?
line up with the rest of them, just to like.
I follow Thane.
Same. I just want to point out though that I'm still walking like a Festa, so like swishy hips and like bosom and everything.
Okay.
And I'm still walking like feel like super quick and like. arm.
Okay. So what's that look like?
I wish you could have seen what was.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just could you describe that?
Have you seen Legally Blonde?
It's very, yeah. It's like she's nearly wearing heels, so it's like very small, quick steps.
Okay.
And the arms are very like swinging back and forth, but like a very like small angle as well.
Okay. All right. And so Nate is walking.
Like
hips
hips
and
are
chests are just going.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just walking like Nate, sort of like, big dick swinging, like, hips, like leading with the hips, but like thrust out. They're
Yeah.
not like swaying. They're just sort of like he's leading with
Yeah, I
the
get you.
hips, sort of like
It's like a John Wayne walk.
like a John Wayne type thing. Yeah.
Fia just walks downstairs.
Way to bring that Fia energy. As you kind of descend this stone stairwell down into the open courtyard, you see that there is kind of a platform, and as you make your way down to the bottom, there's a guard standing there, and you all recognize her. She looks up and she's like, "Oh, hello there. This is just play along for a little bit. We've got to go through a bit of a cycle." And you recognize Lavender's voice, and she pulls back the visor of a helmet that she's wearing over her head, and then you just see she winks, and she gestures with her thumb over to the platform, and just, if you would just take your place, please, honorable guests. The king and his daughter are about to arrive.
That's us, the honourable guests.
I just kind of follow where she's directing us, trying to play along.
I play along, but I give her a really dirty look. Like, I don't like where this is going, and I know you have something to do with it.
I also say that.
Or do that, you mean?
I also do that.
Fia's giving off that energy of like, fucking, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah. You got it.
Bring your gun. Yes.
Watch out, that's where the Eldritch Blast comes out.
You climb kind of like 4 short steps up onto this platform, and there is like behind these 2 lines of guards, there are people dressed in kind of common robes and what look like, you know, kind of clerks and other kind of dignitaries and sorts. It's kind of sort of a mixed crowd of people, and again, there are elves, genasi, orcs, goblins. There's just everything and anything kind of around you. So you kind of see just everybody. There's just a short little man kind of walks out like into that line at the very, very bottom under a portcullis which has been lifted. And he takes out a rather long trumpet and blows into it 3 sharp, heavy breaths. Announcing the King of Erb! And everybody just kind of slightly kind of bows and genuflects.
I curtsy, then realise like, I'm Thane. I'm like, oh shit. And I bow.
I curtsy the way that Thane just did.
You headbutt somebody.
Not my hit points.
I go to bow, but I'm much taller than I expected to be, so it's like a really awkward, gangly, like I lean over way too far kind of thing.
I sort of pop my hip out and go, finger guns again.
Maybe a wink.
Yeah, why not throw a wink in there?
A few moments later, following that announcement from the announcer, you hear the sound of hooves kind of clopping on cobblestones, and then the sound of wheels kind of clanging along. And a short time later, just directly in front of the open passageway into this courtyard, 2 small gnomes stand kind of at the entrance, and they're holding what looks like a giant red scroll. They drop it, and immediately they rush forward, and a red carpet is rolled out right in front of them. The carriage door is opened by our announcer, a dwarf. As he opens it up, out steps this woman with kind of, she's in a slightly off pink kind of dress, and her hair is pulled back in like a crown of like daisy flowers, and her hair is this kind of burnt red auburn color, and her skin is porcelain white, and you just see these sharp green eyes. And when she sees the 4 of you standing there, you just get a wave, like a really like, hi, and then just, you recognize Pandora, and she steps out of the carriage, taking the dwarf by the hand like a lady, and she kind of does a short little kind of curtsy. She waits for a moment, and she holds a hand up, and out steps this woman in a pale periwinkle blue and white dress. Her hair is done up into a rather tightly kind of wound poof, and in it there are blue flowers just sort of spiraling around it. And you recognize Princess Eugenia being led out of the carriage by her handmaid. A short time after that, a short, frumpy little toad of a man who his hair is kind of parted over to one side. It's a couple of strands of hair, and it's meant to look like a comb over, but literally all it's done is kind of like acted as a highlighter for where he is very much bald. And he looks a little bit sweaty and a little bit nervous, but all the same, he carries himself with the air of nobility. And wrapped in his fine, thick velvet cape, out steps the King of Erb, King Sops. Everybody just claps and cheers as the royal family ascend the red carpet towards the platform. And again, as the king and the princess pass, everybody bows, bar the guards. And they are led up to the platform where they climb. And King Sops and Princess Eugenia look at the 4 of you, and it's a nod, just kind of with a smile. The king kind of just turns and just holds his hands up to kind of just stop the crowd. Silence falls over the crowd, like just kind of it's like a wave. It's kind of starting at the front and then just kind of ending at the back, and everybody is just kind of waiting. And the king kind of steps up, and Princess Eugenia is much taller than the king, and he just as he kind of steps to the front of the stage. He just, his hands still held up. He's like, I'd like to thank all of my lovely world subjects for coming out today to celebrate my daughter Eugenia's 16th birthday. And the crowd just kind of erupts in a cheer, and you all kind of look at Eugenia, and she does not look 16. She looks like she was 16 possibly 44 years ago.
16 going on 60.
Hey.
Mark Ruffalo's
Jennifer Garner,
here.
there's a movie there for you.
Sequel potential.
The crowd are just, again, there's kind of an uproar of applause and cheering, and everyone kind of starts to sing happy birthday, and then the king just kind of puts his hands out. He's like, there is plenty of time for celebration. We will have a royal feast. And Eugenia just kind of like, ugh, and rolls her eyes. To celebrate my daughter's coming of age, and one of our 4 champions shall be her partner. And he kind of gestures towards the 4 of you.
Thea starts waving again, really excitedly.
I'm standing like a board, stiff and in shock.
You are perfectly capturing Thane right now. I love it.
Yeah, let's just get all this stuff out of our systems now. All these digs.
I'm just standing there like a big old bitch.
I will remember everything you say.
Gonna roast me?
No.
No, I feel bad.
As everyone kind of turns to look at the 4 of you, you don't see King Sops or Princess Eugenia. They look different. They don't look like the people you just saw a second ago. It's like there's like kind of a flash of what this should be, or it's like, is this my memory or is this something else? And these two things are kind of clashing with each other. And you see Princess Eugenia, but she does look 16, and her skin is slightly sallow, and she's kind of got long wavy brown hair that's been kind of braided. The king doesn't look like Sops anymore. He does look like a man in his late 40s, a little bit more battle hardy, a lot taller, and a lot more physically fit. And like the environment, everything, it's like you know when you have deja vu, and it's that like, this is what I thought it was, but this is what I dreamt it was, and the two things kind of clash for a moment. Everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
9.
Your wisdom is -1.
That tracks. That makes sense, though.
13.
2.
Okay.
12.
Thea and Hephaestus, as everything kind of slightly shifts around you, your perspective of the world kind of shifts ever so slightly with it as well. And you can now tweak one part of your physical appearance to change just a little detail about what Thane looks like and what Nate looks like.
Oh,
That's what they got for failing?
Yeah.
What do we get for succeeding?
Nothing.
absolutely nothing.
I give Nate warts on his face.
I want to give Thane, me, Darkvision.
It's weird. Everything kind of gets kind of inky for a second, and then you blink, and all of you can... Well, you see that Nate now has a bulbous wart on the end of his nose.
Hair growing out of it.
With a hair growing out of it. And Thane now has the same jet black eyes as Thea.
What did you... I'm leaning over.
I feel so much better.
What did you do to my
too.
eyes?
Both of you take 1 psychic damage, as along your backs you just feel something twitch and spasm, and like the nerves just start up as if electrified.
Ow.
Psst. Psst. You just kind of coming from kind of slightly off the stage. That guard is kind of signaling to you again.
Yeah, what's going on?
You're still on stage. People can still... You have to go along with this.
Thane, shut up. Stop. Piston.
And stop messing with this thing. But you just wait like a few minutes and we will tell you what's happening.
Okay.
Thea starts
Like she's
picking her
just
nose.
like Lavender is making dead eyes at Thane and Nate. Now that we've got decorum again, I would cordially invite everybody here. Well, those of you with invitations to the royal feast
I miss Sop so much.
And there's just kind of, again, the trumpeter comes out. It's like everything kind of turns into a blur, and then you just hear music and like minstrels playing. There's the smell of succulent pork roasting over a spit. You hear people kind of laughing and guffawing, and people telling jokes. And you can just see you find yourselves, the four of you, standing in this long hallway, and just two long tables extend from one end to the other, with long benches leading towards a kind of head table with 3 chairs at the end of it. And there's just people everywhere dancing, eating, having a good time. And you see Sops is just kind of sitting there tucking into a little plate of food. You don't see Eugenia.
I turn to Thane, Nate, and Hephaestus. We're all in agreement this is like a weird, freaky dream, right?
I pinch myself really hard.
I also pinch myself. I pinch Thane's face.
Ow, what the hell?
Okay, Fia is not in a dream.
I pinch him right back.
Oh, now my face is pinker.
I imagine it hurts.
It does, yeah. You feel pain when you pinch.
Okay, we're not.
It's not like stabbing, ow, I'm gonna die pain. But
It's a pinch.
It's a
yeah.
pinch.
Yeah. It feels pretty real, and I'm pretty mad about it.
Yeah. Okay, what do we do?
I don't know. We have to act along or something?
Okay.
Is now the time to go and talk to Lavender? Or?
Okay, someone should sneak away and talk to Lavender.
Hush. Falls over the crowd.
And then I says,
And it is that sort of like you're talking with everyone else, and then everyone kind of looks at Fia.
and I got this weird scratch down my back.
And you just hear kind of,
And the druid didn't give me enough cream for it.
Oh my god, shut up!
Don't even know where I picked it up.
Shut up!
King Sops stands at the top of the table, and he just, again, holding his hands up. Friends, family, I am very happy you all were able to make it to be with us here on the day of my daughter's 16th birthday. And when I asked Princess Eugenia what it was she wanted for her birthday, she said to me, "Father, I want nothing more than your love and adoration. But also, I would like Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight to play at my party. And ladies and gentlemen, the elf of the hour is here." And he just...
Ooh, I love him.
And then people are like, "Sorry, who?" And then everyone else just starts to clap along.
I look around for a second, then I realize it's me. And I stand up so fast that I knock my chair back behind me. Because I'm just like, what? Yep, that's me.
Yeah, Nate. Go up and perform.
I will.
Do one of your famous noodles.
Is there like a stage or...
There is a place where the musicians that group have been playing. When the king kind of announced, it's like, "Sorry, we're still getting paid, right?" And they're being kind of shooed off by a guard.
Specifically play the one Dance of the Twilight Dragon.
I'll play what I want to play.
No, specifically play that
what
one.
I want to play. I'll go up there.
Nate wanders up to the stage, and all eyes are kind of fixed on him.
Can I roll to purposefully suck?
Yeah, give me a performance check. I mean, so when you tell me you're going to roll, you want to perform badly.
Really badly. Like embarrassingly horrible.
Tell me what that is, and I'll see if I can give you a disadvantage for how technically...
How many instruments do you have?
He plays...
The lute, the drum, and the pan flute.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to do all 3 at once.
Okay.
Some chitty chitty bang bang shit.
So I'm just going to sit the lute on my lap and like do it with one hand and hold the pan flute with the other and just stomp on the drum with my foot.
Okay. Give me a performance check with disadvantage. And I'd like some lyrics if you feel like you can come off the top of your head.
So 14.
Okay.
Does this mean I do good or bad?
Everything is meaningless now.
I rolled to do badly. You got a 14.
But you were aiming to do bad.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of counterproductive. So if you were to get low, you would have done well. So it is that like you've got a foot on and you're just kind of hitting the drum with it, and at one stage you kick it too hard that you actually perforate it, and it's kind of now stuck in your boot, and you're just trying to. It's still going.
Stop.
And you're plucking at the loot every now and again, and you're blowing into that panpipe, and everybody is just staring, and every now and again you just go. Take another damage as right across your back you just feel this ripping pain just coursing through you.
Worth it.
Nate.
The look of disgust on your
everybody just starts laughing, like, and not even in that God, this is so ironically funny. It's people are laughing, like, and you just hear people, sorry, who is that guy? Oh my God, what a joke!
I just want to stand up and bow. Thank you.
I just run up on the stage. And I was going to say I take the mic, but there is no mic.
You take the magical mic.
There is now. There is a staff. It manifests itself in front of you, a staff that when you speak into it, it amplifies the sound of your voice.
Oh, great. Well, I grab that and I go, oh, great. Thanks, Nate. If anyone didn't know who I am, my name's Hephaestus. I'm a goddamn big old dum-dum, okay? And, like, if anyone didn't know me, maybe you've heard of me. I'm just that angry person that, like, no one actually cares about, and, like, I push people away with my anger anyway because, you know, I'm afraid that no one will like me anyway because I don't have a good personality. So just in case anyone, you know, wanted to get to know me, but just don't waste your time. Just don't waste your time. I just wanted to make a public announcement in front of this entire country because I'm just yeah, just an entire country. Just so
the population of a small country appears in front of you.
Yeah. So it'd be great if everyone just start. Everyone after me. Hephaestus sucks. Hephaestus sucks. Hephaestus sucks.
Give me a persuasion check for everybody else as a Fia.
Other than her, she's fine.
She just got swept up in
persuasion. 14.
Hephaestus sucks. Hephaestus sucks. With the kind of the crowd kind of just chanting Hephaestus sucks over and over again, and the with everyone kind of looking at ye and stuff appearing and like crowds of people just manifesting themselves in the building, you hear a guard stomping towards you both, their armor kind of clinking. Thane and Fia, you both turn to see this guard, Lavender, holding another woman by hand who you recognize as Pandora, kind of being dragged up behind her, and just get those two off the stage. What did we tell you about playing along with it?
You didn't realize what you unleashed whenever what happened is swapping these two around.
No, that wasn't part of the plan. This isn't exactly science. And they're just the Pandora is just looking a bit weepy and a little bit embarrassed, and also like a little bit like, oh God.
So Pandora, she's having a rough time.
Would you just get those two off the stage? And the crowd are still just chanting Hephaestus sucks. And a few people are now also kind of clapping along with Nate, who's just, and they're kind of stomping their foot on like tables and just, yeah, it's just a cacophony of bedlam.
I run up to Hephaestus, who is Nate, and I pull him off the stage.
You're just pulling them both off the stage?
Yeah.
The band kind of just off to the side who are kind of looking at, again, it's kind of a mishmash. There's an elf, two halflings, and Ara Cochran. They're kind of, so like we go back on now, yeah? And they walk back on and like, and that was that. We are Forever Rock, ROQUE, here to play you out. Happy birthday, Princess Eugenia! And
I just start screaming, no!
Yeah, and again, they just start playing along, and it's just kind of, again, just kind of background music, and you're kind of pulled into kind of a slight alcove by Thane and Fia, and they're kind of Pandora sitting with her kind of her hands kind of buried into her eye, just kind of like just shake her like no. You see Pandora and Lavender as a guard.
Lavender, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so when back. Okay, go back to the start here. When you guys asked me if it was safe and if Morag was all right, remember that? Like it was just literally a couple of hours ago.
Yep.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
So we kind of lied.
Oh, what a surprise.
What a surprise.
This is my shocked face right now.
I told you not to trust the Fae.
It's just, see, we kind of need your help, and we also can't really talk about it in private, which is why earlier on I was giving you the old wink, wink, shut up. I want to talk about it later. You remember that?
You could have done what any normal person does and bring a person to the bathroom privately and talk to them.
It's just that we don't really trust Birch. And as Lavender says his name, Pandora just looks up and there's just tears in her eyes. She's just shaking her head. Pandora here has a gift. She's a neuromancer. And that kind of allows her to maybe play with your dreams. And we might maybe be kind of playing with them now. And
Did you play with them before?
Be honest, we'll tell.
this is where
You did. That was you in the woods that did this to...
it was and it wasn't. Morag has control of Pandora's powers. And she's using them to do some really fucked up shit. Okay? There's no other way to put it. And when I appeared in your dreams the last time, it was to save your asses. Did I not come and save your asses?
No, you just stood there and commented on how crap the situation was. Like I wasn't
Did you wake up?
experiencing... That's not the point.
Everyone wakes up from dreams.
Not Morag's dreams. Morag isn't what she seems, I'm afraid, my loves. There is a...
Were those tea readings were lies, weren't they?
Oh no, that... Mark that down. She is good for that. That is... She is spot on.
Oh God, I should have paid attention.
The problem is... Morag kind of has us... How do I put this in ways you'll understand? We're bound to her. And not willingly so. We are enslaved to her. She has something of ours. She's kept it hidden. And we can't get away from her until we get it back.
Okay, so that Modak guy, he was actually coming to kill Morag.
We have no idea who that guy was. That was just fate being a weird thing. Pandora's like, really, I'm just still kind of new to this whole thing, and it's very hard to get kind of control, and you people are very strong is the way I would put it. Strong-willed. Yeah, that's, and your memories are just so intense. If I this isn't what you're supposed to see. There is no Princess Eugenia. There's a Princess Shalana, and my Lavender kind of just puts like a hand on her shoulder, and it's like, it's okay, love. We are in a dream. You are all sharing this dream, and like it or not, there is only one way out of this, and that's getting to the end alive.
What's the end?
See, my friend Pandora loves fairy tales. And
For you guys, wouldn't it just be tales?
yeah, tales told by fairies. What do you think?
I want to turn to the two of them, and knowing that Pandora is the one who's controlling it, I just want to look her dead in the eye, and I'm not shouting, but I'm just like, fix this. You have to fucking fix this.
I didn't do this on purpose. This isn't what's... You were supposed to be Hephaestus, and you were supposed to be Nate, and
Well, I'm not, and I don't like it, and you have to fix it.
I can't fix it. There's no way to fix it now. You're stuck. And she stops herself.
When you say
Stuck?
stuck,
In the dream, you're stuck.
but if we don't do the dream right, we die?
Have you ever seen the movie Inception?
Yeah, it was on Tezrab, actually.
Yeah. Ellen Page is really good in it.
Pandora, we don't blame you. You take a good 20% of this blame. But we want to help you. And not just because we've already spent the day helping you and we're kind of stuck in this, but it sounds like it would be the right thing to do for you guys. And also, this sucks. I hate being Fia. Look at this. I'm sorry. I think you're a lovely person, but it's just like the eyes. The eyes.
I miss my eyes so much.
You have them now.
They're still not mine. They're in his body.
And every time I walk through a door, your ears, they just hit off it. Like, how do you deal with them being all out here?
Excuse me, my ears are not that big.
Is it why you have all the lavender poofy hair to like keep them in place?
Lavender kind of just pinches the bridge of her nose and she's just like, for the love of all that is Fae, put a cork in it.
Wait. I've got an idea. And I bend over and I rip a fart and a big flame comes out.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. It's a natural one.
You now have a trail of fire out your butt, like just
Permanently, just
yeah.
It's like a slow pour.
It's like a tail. It's like a little tail. It's like a little tail, and it's that sort
don't
of
make
like.
it sound cute.
No, it's not. It's carbon monoxide on fire. Like it smells and it's coming out your butt.
Yeah, that's about right.
Nay.
I'm gonna give him a swift kick to
Stop.
the shin.
Okay, you just need to. You all just need to stop for one bloody second, so we can tell you what's happening, how to get out of here, and how we never have to deal with you again once you deal with our problems.
Gladly.
There better be some money in this.
Stop it with money.
There is a very, very, very rare treasure at the end of this. You can have it. We'll go away, and we'll never have to see each other or your farty tail again.
That sounds fine by me. I just want to get as far away from this as possible and back to where I belong.
I was saying, Pandora is a fan of fairy tales. Tales told by fairies, one to another. We happen to be living or dreaming, shared one of those right now. It is a fabled fairy legend, The Princess and the Demon. Okay? And what we need to do is we need to wait for a shriek from the king when he realizes, and then there's just...
Was that the one? That the shriek?
That was the shriek.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so King Rodden has just or whoever this guy is, you King Sops, we need to go find, or you need, as the heroes of this story, you need to go and find Shalana. She's gonna go and disappear, and you need to play out this dream, this fairy tale, and see it to its end.
Oh, we just have to rescue a princess.
Yeah, it's fairly simple. There is a demon that you have to fight at the end of it, but yeah, sure.
Okay. So should we all go to the king, find out what's going on, and play this out?
I'm very sorry, but can I just interject? And this guy, like this, he's dressed as like a servant, like a page boy almost. Like he comes in and he's kind of holding a tray of just like food. What are you all doing here?
What?
We're guests at the wedding, obviously. Hi, I'm Fia.
This is a birthday party?
We're guests at the birthday party. Hi, I'm Fia.
She hit her head. She has memory issues.
Yeah.
I just jump on him and choke him out.
Give me an unarmed strike check, I suppose.
Do I add anything to add a strength or something to it?
Yeah.
17.
You literally grab him and you pull your elbow up under his neck and you just pull. You just start to see his skin get darker and dark, like he's going kind of a shade of purple, and everybody's looking at this. Well, everybody in this little alcove, and he's just kind of stopping. He's I have to tell you something.
Stop it.
Unconscious.
As this is happening,
God
I just
damn it.
turn to Lavender. I'm like, so if we like kill people in this dream fairy world, how's that work?
They're just dreams.
Oh,
I
that's
have
fine.
no idea who the hell that guy is.
Yeah, well, I draw my short bow.
That move was pretty hot.
Okay, so
Festa, you should choke people out more often.
It's true, I should.
like Lavender is just. She's removed her helmet and she's now just rubbing her temples. And Pandora is sobbing. And occasionally you hear the word doomed. We're so doomed.
Wait, so you two can't fix this? You need people
We
to fix
can't
it.
be with you.
Oh.
We needed. Okay.
One more time.
From the top. This is the dream. You can affect small changes here, but things you do here can have a drastic impact on the world around you. Meaning, if you cause this dream to collapse, you will be stuck here on the dream plane
Okay, but
forever.
no, that part's fine. That's
No, the part where that
No,
lady
that's
now
not funny.
has a tail of farts might be funny. He will be stuck like that forever.
No, I get all that part. It's obviously very disconcerting. But you two, Pandora and Lavender, can't actually change anything in here.
We know how the story goes.
Yeah.
If we follow through with you, it will change it immensely. The dream will get harder and harder and harder to the point that it will be impossible for you to go through this.
Okay, so we're gonna say bye now, and we're gonna go off and do it, and we're not gonna see you again.
You need to be very, very careful. As I said, Morag can affect this. And if she catches wind that we've been muddling and we've tipped you off, we're going to be in trouble. We don't think... and she kind of looks at Pandora and she kind of just covers her ears. I don't think Morag is who she says she is. I have been with her for a very, very long time. I have known the scheme she's been pulling, but I think there is something more to her. I don't think she is truly what she says she is. I think Birch knows. I think Birch doesn't care.
So save the princess, kill the demon, wake the fuck up, and not be the stick bag.
Yes,
Okay.
precisely. And
Cool.
don't break the dream. So,
No promise.
whatever feelings you have for each other, good or bad, and she's looking specifically at Nate and Hephaestus,
I put an arm
As a
around
festa
Pain.
innate.
bottle that shit up. Okay, push it way down, because I want to get the fuck out of here. And I want her to come with me. We got this?
Yeah.
I think we got this.
I think we just make sure that the two of you don't pair up with each other if we need anything going forward.
I'm an adult. I can handle this.
Obviously, you can't.
Yeah,
First
well,
thing you
I'm-
did was put
It's
warts
out
on
of
his
my
face.
system. It's out of my system now.
Are you sure? Okay.
I'm even more of an adult, so I can do it even more.
See, Lavender, there's nothing to worry about.
I'm so sorry, Pandora, we're fucked. And she takes the handmaid by her hand and she just kind of leads her out. You see Sops and he's kind of like walking frantically back and forth.
As we're walking up to him, I just kind of whispered to everyone, who actually wants to talk to the king?
I just stepped forward, like, Your Majesty, is everything all right?
Noble Thane Greyling, thank God you're here. It's my daughter. She's missing. You have to save her. You have to find her.
How did she go missing, sir?
She's Eugenia. She takes after her mother. And he bites down. He looks longingly, kind of like, and gestures at one hand at the empty chair with the empty the empty place setting. And one of her wards said she excused herself for the bathroom, and we haven't seen her since. Perhaps if you asked on the ramparts, maybe one of the guards saw her flee. Oh dear God!
Don't worry, Your Majesty. We'll try our best to find her for you and
Oh,
bring
with a
her
man
home.
like you, Thane, on the job, I know we're for certain going to be safe.
Okay.
Yeah, Thane, we'll do great with you.
I bow and back away.
Oh, so noble. Oh. And he's just kind of frantically, kind of weeping into his cloak.
All right, Thane, what way to the ramparts?
The front of the castle, I'm assuming.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh God! Shut up, you.
You head out into that kind of open courtyard and kind of towards the portcullis. And as you kind of pass under the entrance to this keep, there are kind of stairs that leading up out onto the upper walls. Kind of from up here, you get a bit of a lie of the land, and it's quite odd. Just a little bit to your left, like literally what looks like if you walked 10 paces, there's a creepy dark woods with kind of foreboding clouds. If you look just to your right, there's a lovely bright summery meadow, and you can see the sun hanging in the sky, and it looks very, very beautiful. And then just a little further to your right, there's some snowy mountains, and it's just, it's like, what the hell? It's just a bit odd. It's like all kind of the typical scenarios that you would see in these fairy tales, just kind of there. Like, just pick your own horizon. You see a man and a woman just kind of both kind of pitched and kind of leaning into the wall, and they're kind of like, oh, here's, and then they just, stop. Hello, may I help you? And one of the guard with his back turns to you, and you just see Giles standing here in a guard's uniform. Behind him is an older woman with kind of like fluffy kind of blonde hair.
Sorry. Did you see the princess leave the grounds, perchance?
Princess.
Eugenia.
Princess Eugenia.
You know, you weren't too busy doing other things instead of your guard duty, right?
But of course, the princess. We saw her running into the forest, and he gestures towards the dark, foreboding woods.
She didn't go in like the nice meadows or the picturesque mountains?
No.
Okay, just checking.
And she went by herself.
Oui.
Why didn't you stop her?
She is 16. She is a young woman. She can make up her own mind. Who am I? I'm only a god.
You're supposed to protect the princess and no one was with her.
You could learn a lesson from this.
Look at that forest. It's going to kill her. And that'll be blood on your hands.
Yeah.
You ever heard of dereliction of duty?
No.
You're going to lose your gun and your badge over this.
What is a gun?
Come on, let's go to the forest.
You're going to lose your sword and your rank over this.
Nice save.
My rank. And the woman just kind of grabs him by the shoulders. No. We'll both accept responsibility for this. And she kind of scoops him up and starts kissing him.
I think we should just leave. This is so weird.
I don't want to be involved in whatever's
Any of
happening
this,
here.
no.
I also don't want to be
I
involved.
prefer the dark, scary forest.
Yeah, let's go and get murdered by monsters. And yeah, Fia walks out the portcullis towards the scary fucking forest.
Give me a survival check to see if you can pick up her trail.
God, are you good at anything? 8.
10.
19.
2,
The one time I'm not playing myself, I'm rolling fucking great.
but I rolled a natural 1.
So, Fia, you find tracks and you kind of follow them in a circle as you've been making your own tracks.
Guys, look! I found something! These elven Shaderkai eyes are so clear, I can find exactly where she's going.
Oh my god.
I also love how you're dipping back into her voice.
I'm just like so on character.
Trying to mimic me.
Hi, it's me, Fia.
Yeah, that's spot on.
It's your girl.
Nate, you're watching kind of Fia spin around in a circle, and you clearly just see a path and some footprints leading into it, and it's a straight line in through an archway of these twisted, gnarling, dead trees that look like they've got snarling faces. Joe, that sort of like cartoony thing where the bark is broken, you can kind of see like lies and a jaw. All of the trees seem to be making that kind of gnarly face at all of you.
Like Snow White, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just start walking, going through it.
I want to grab Nate. Me? I want to grab myself.
Okay.
Woo.
Keep
And
going.
Like, do you know how to do any of the things I can do? Like, don't get me killed.
I don't know.
Like, you can do fiery things and like blast things, and don't get me killed, please.
Yeah, I'll do fire stuff.
As you step into the woods, a gust of wind just kind of roars up behind you and lifts dirt and debris and dry dead leaves off the ground in front of you. And there you can see some tracks leading deeper into the woods, kind of straight ahead. The forest path just kind of swerves around a corner. You get the faint feeling that as you step into these woods, it's like there are eyes on you as you walk in. It's almost like everything in here almost has like a kind of a face or a presence about it that is watching you and what you are doing. For a moment, it shifts from this sort of almost cartoonish or childish depiction of trees and a forest to something very, very real and something very, very tangible and dark. And you find yourself almost trudging through the swampy, decaying or dying parts of the Montague Woods that you had only walked through a little while ago. And then it snaps back. And you all just kind of feel just something kind of throbbing in the back of your head.
Feeling this, I kind of put my hand up to my head and just rub the back of my head as we're being pushed along.
Everyone's got that headache.
You too?
Yeah.
Definitely feeling a bit off.
And I start calling out Eugenia's name, just like, Eugenia, come out wherever you are.
Saying this via, you start kind of like literally
Calling out for her.
for Eugenia. There's no response. The wind whistles through the trees, and then you hear kind of a faint whistling as if someone is kind of whistling a little song to themselves. As you kind of listen further, it's getting a little bit closer.
I draw out my sword as well.
Can anyone tell where that whistling is coming from?
I think ahead of us.
Well, Thane, you go first.
I suppose that's fair.
Now you know how I feel all the time.
So I kind of take the lead of everyone and walk forward towards this whistling.
As you trudge on down through this forest trail, with the whistling getting louder and sharper, with your sword ready, you round the corner and then you slam into a woodcutter. His axe kind of over one shoulder, and in front of you for a moment you see Modak, and then he's not Modak. He was a Goliath and now he's this human man, tanned skin, shaved tight black hair, and he's just like, I really, really need to talk to you people, and if you would just wait one moment, I haven't got...
Oh God, he's having a heart attack.
There isn't much I can, and you can just see that the face is shifting, and he just shakes his head. You have to find a way out of here. You can see me, right? You see. What do I look like?
You're switching between Modak and human.
Okay. My spirit is stuck on this plane and I cannot sleep. I haven't slept for so long.
You're saying you're dead? We only saw you a short while ago.
And he just find the princess, wake up, get out of here. Find my body. Please find my body.
Okay, we'll try.
And the woodcutter is standing in front of this Goliath with an axe, and he's just kind of got a couple of logs kind of barreled under his arm.
I wouldn't go back there if I were you guys.
Why?
Yeah, why?
You don't look like the sort that can hand yourself in here. I would.
And he kind of starts to kind of gesture you out.
No, we're good.
No, we're good. We're trying to find the princess. She came into the woods.
That mopey little brat.
Yeah.
This one.
She went that way. I tried to tell her the same thing, but she kicked me in the leg. It's like my one weak spot.
We need to go and find her and get her out of here. We're going to follow her.
Okay.
And he points kind of over his shoulder.
And I just
Into
kind
a
of
clearing.
step around him and start walking on.
Thanks for your help, friend.
Okay, but don't die in there because I warned you.
And he walks off.
This
Keep
is
on going.
all
Just
so
whistling.
weird. I feel like I'm stuck in like one of those really bad books I read when I was a kid.
Not the bad ones that you read now, though.
The ones I read now are not bad.
There's a lot of shirtless people in them.
That's why they're not bad.
You meander around a corner, and there in front of you, about 15 feet, you see the trees kind of open outwards into a clearing. And as you bridge closer to this to the edge of this clearing in these dark, dead woods, you see that the night sky has revealed itself, and it's pitch black. And overhead, the moon is kind of shining, and there's just an owl hoots somewhere in the distance. And the wind kind of picks up and kind of breezes through this space. Everything feels quiet. A little too quiet. As you step into the clearing.
I slow my pace a little bit.
All right, everyone, just stop for a sec and listen.
I listen.
It's very quiet.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Yes, I do. Time to perceive as Fia does. With a 19.
You can see clearly on the other side, on the left and right. Mm-hmm. On the left-hand side, kind of in the trees waiting, you see two archers. Skeleton, both have, well, one has a long bow, the other has a short bow, and for a moment you can kind of hear them talking, and you just hear, I told you, Nana, we'll get them, okay? We'll just shut up. Don't talk to me like that, Sykes. On the other side, you just see the skeleton of a big barreling dog, and it's just kind of sitting there, and it's kind of scratching at his ears.
Does it have a bone in its mouth?
It does.
Oh.
It looks almost like a half-orc leg bone.
How far away across the bridge are they?
So they're about 25 feet both, so you could go to the left or you could go to the right. The dog is on the right hand side. The two humanoid skeletons are on the left hand side.
Okay,
They haven't seen you yet.
I very quietly just kind of like tap Thane on the side, and whoever's to the left of me, maybe Nate or Festa, and I just kind of motion to the trees and point them out. I'm like, what do we do?
We're going to have to get past one or the other.
I mean, it's very dark out. I could sneak. I'm very sneaky. I feel it in my sneaky shader kai
Okay,
bones.
but we all have to get past.
Yeah.
And I look over at myself.
What if I sneak past
Blast them.
and then I just run across the bridge and lure them away? And then I lose them in the trees because I'm sneaky.
Where we lose you, and then you die, and then, I mean, I guess...
Hey, negative thoughts. No negative thoughts.
Hey, if you want me to blast them, I can blast them.
Blast them.
Blast them?
Blast them.
I blast them.
All right, you blast the one on the left, and I'm going to draw my short bow and shoot the one on the right.
The dog.
No, I'm going to shoot
Not
Nat.
again.
No, he's going to...
Not
Yeah.
Not again.
Wow, I'm so in character. I just must murder dogs.
No, I did not.
I feel
murder
it.
a dog.
You tried.
And that's worse.
And thank God I failed.
Yeah, I'm gonna like if Hephaestus shooting Sykes, I'm gonna shoot Nana, that kind of thing.
Give me Eldritch Blast.
I do an attack roll first, yeah?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, you can give me a damage.
Thea rolled a 13.
Yeah.
Ooh.
2.
Oh. 4.
So Hephaestus tells Nate as Hephaestus to stand up and fire an Eldritch Blast, and you feel kind of magic just kind of rushing into your hand. And then as you're kind of looking at your hand, Hephaestus as Nate grabs it and points it into the trees. And at the same time, Thane as Fia stands up, draws the short bow, and it's not like you know how to fire a short bow, but it's getting used to how you
These
do it in
long
this.
arms.
And you draw and fire, and at the same time, as a fiery black and blue ball of flame just erupts from Hephaestus' hands, an arrow explodes from the bow, and they rush into the trees, and you just hear kind of, oh god, and they just, it's just the two of them are struck, and they fall out of the trees, and they take from the trees. Oh god. Okay, so Sykes takes 2. Okay.
Did we just go Nana?
Nana falls into a pile of bones and just doesn't get up. Sykes, the skeleton, just kind of lumbers forward. Roll for initiative. And I'm rolling for, oh god.
Not 20.
Whoa.
Yeah, Thane is fucking so good at initiative. I got an 11.
10.
15.
And I'm going last.
You're probably not going at all.
Because what's the point in me actually having characters?
I mean, look, they're skeletons. They're already dead.
So, Fia.
Thane,
Thana
Fia.
Fia.
Thane.
Thea.
Fane.
No, Thana Fia.
I'm going to whip out my hand crossbow and fire at him. 21.
Yeah, let me just check. Got the hits.
And that's 5 damage.
Okay, so you just shoot the skull off his head, and he just hear, oh, god damn it! And he's gone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy.
The big dog skeleton just kind of barrels towards you, and you're up.
Oh, right. Okay, well.
I'm not killing a dog this time.
That's what you think.
In typical Hephaestus style, I blast them again.
That's your catchphrase. I blasted.
16.
Yeah.
Haha, 9.
There you go.
Okay. It's running towards you. Hephaestus just holds out her hand and blasts again. It strikes, and you can just see bones just break off, and they just poof into nothingness. We are up to Fia.
So, Sykes is gone.
Sykes is gone. Nana is gone.
Oh, God.
It's just a puppy.
I
Come on, Via, you can do this.
get
Kill
down.
the dog. Kill the dog.
You're allowed to kill this one because it's dead.
I get down on a knee and I'm like, it's okay, Rash. Come here. We don't mean you any harm. We've freed you from Nana and Sykes, those horrible skeleton people.
You think a dog can understand you right now?
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check.
How well can you persuade a dog?
Okay, that
we've just battered.
That's actually.
yeah.
Did,
It like fell and then it rolled down and it
Okay.
got stuck.
Yeah, that was actually. God damn it.
I roll the exact same thing. 14. No, sorry, 12.
I mean, it's not that hard to persuade a dog, right? Really?
Yeah, the dog isn't stupid. Well, it's just I rolled for a wisdom saving throw and I got 16 minus 1, so 15. Yeah, it just saw you blast its owner and its best friend into the High Kingdom, and
It's really dark. I didn't think it would.
It doesn't even have eyes.
Yeah.
even see. Oh God,
Yeah.
it's basically Thane. So yeah, it's continuing. It's barking very very loudly, and it's continuing its
It's a run at me?
at ye in general.
Oh, okay.
Nate,
How far away is he? Like, I know he's coming at us, but like in this moment.
he's about 15-20 feet away.
Cool. So I run up to match him and just whack him with my rapier. That is a 19.
Might as well just not have had any creatures in this game.
Should I even roll them?
Just roll just for the sake of my shame.
Oh, that's only 2. I rolled 2 ones.
You jam the rapier like you jab it straight at him. It being the one closest to him, he goes to bite you, Nate. It bites, but it's just spit. It's just a lot of skeleton spit.
Skeleton spit.
You know,
Yeah, of course.
clubbing all over you. It's just there. And we're back at the top of the turn order, and it is Thane.
Crossbow him again. 21 for 7 damage.
It's almost like the spirit of Fia in Thane knows how to kill a dog. As you crossbow it and get it dead center between the eyes, crumbles into bones, and then poof, nothing. It's not there.
That was so weird. Why did you have to shoot the dog again?
It's only getting weird for you now. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we keep going over the bridge. There's no trolls under it.
No.
Okay.
You do see some kind of muddy footprints that are small and delicate like. Nate, as Festa, give me a perception check with advantage.
That is 18.
As you cross the bridge from this clearing into the next passageway or the next trail, Nate, Festa, you something catches your eye in the dirt, and there you find like a shard of a silver tiara and just these blue flower like petals, like crystals that have been carved to look like the petals of a rare orchid. Just they're kind of crumpled into the mud.
Okay, guys, I'm going to need someone to come over here and do a tracking thing.
Get the team in here. We need to close off the scene. Put an APB out.
I suppose I could try.
Yeah, you're pretty
Probably
good.
the
You're
best.
pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at it. I don't know.
So what am I doing? Survival?
Survival.
That's 11.
Way to let us down. Maybe, I don't really know.
Thane, you're out of the group.
It kind of makes me happy.
As you look down, you see that it's not so much. Yeah, you can spot the tiara, but you see something else. It's not just the little footprints in the dirt anymore. You spot something else. You recognize. It's like there's been some sort of scuffle. Something caused the tiara to fall out of her hair. Because when you saw it earlier on, like nothing, not even like a gust of wind could have shifted that beehive anywhere. You just see kind of broken branches, and you get a very, very faint aura of something evil just kind of rising. In the distance, you all hear just a shriek, and we'll end the episode there. This was Romancing the Dungeon. You've been listening to Diarmid as Thane Greyline, Amber as Hephaestus Tenderson, Louise as Fia Isidrim, and Sam as Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight. Special thanks to Martin Ryan for our theme tune, Love Chords. This adventure was inspired by Into the Haunted Forest, a one-shot adventure created by One Page Mage. For more information, visit www.onepagemage.com. I'm Declan, and I've been your Dungeon Master. If you like what you heard and want to know more about the show and the world of Romancing the Dungeon, check us out on social media at D8 Dungeon. Take a point of damage as the
A pint of damage.
take a point. Damn it! I can't say words now. I've lost words. The one thing I'm supposed to have. Yeah, a point of damage. I can't say the word.
You've broken our DM.
Would you like a point of water?
I can't make it work in my.
There's too many people living inside you.